Hi guys, might get in early with a preview for the Launceston meeting on Wednesday night. It's restricted grade racing, $3,500 max prize money, only 6 races. Not too much to be seen as far as standouts are, obviously. A couple, like on compliant, will be like $1.10 in race 3. And another Rowan Hillier drive, Roll on Jack, probably be favouring the last. And the two I've settled on are actually also driven by Rowan Hillier, so obviously hoping he has a good night. The first of those appears in race 2 in the form of number 8, I'm Full Tilt. If we look at his figure form, it doesn't obviously read 2 flash, 66, 776. Draws to follow Bigsy Neptune, who's got a bit of early toe. There's a bit of speed outside, but I think at worst it's going to be 3 back the inside. We just have a look at the form guide for him. And always a big one on certain drivers have an affinity with certain horses. Now if we just look through On Full Tilt when Rowan Hillier's driven it, I'll just do a quick search. Oops. Well, you can see the last time he drove it was in Launceston and got up at $26.90. I actually had something on at $34 that night. Remember it well, it was the last leg of the early quaddie and first leg of the quaddie, so it was a magnificent result for me, so I've got a bit of a soft spot. Next time I drove, he says around 11th in Launceston at $54, but as the comments say, held up, no clear run, 5 back the inside, so it's obviously not as bad as it looks. Won the previous start at Devonport with him driving it at $8.60. Ran 4th at Devonport. Refused to score up out of drawing mobiles, still ran 4th, so obviously still some merit in the run. 8th at Devonport. Checked after the start and forced wide. Ran 2nd at $11. Then ran 2nd as favourite. That was in one of those 1100 metre races where he got attacked in front all the way. Not his go. He's much better driven with cover. And the previous also ran 2nd at $5.10, 2nd at $23.20. So when Rowan Hillier's driven him, he's gone extremely well compared to he hasn't run a place. Like Troy McDonald ran 3rd on him at Devonport. And nobody else has run a place on him since October 2017. So what have we got there, about 25 starts? So as I said, certain drivers have an affinity for certain horses. And if we just go and have a look at, I've got his last run here, and I pointed out on Friday night that this Haley's Comet race will be a very good form race.
Popular pick number 12, Haley's.
He draws 6 in the Rowan Hadley colours. Second from the outside. So here he is here. So he drops in, looks like he's going to get a perfect run. And Haley's Comet pushes onto the front. And it's not his go, as I mentioned, death seating. And they went 158 in this race. They definitely won't be going 158 on Wednesday night. So he's done a bit of work. They ran the first half in, I think, 59. And it's only really the last 100 that he gets tired. And I mentioned, the first 6 over the line, I think they can all win in this grade at their next start. And you can see, certain horses run 7th and they do no work and battle home. He's been on speed, and so he's only just starting to drop out now. And as I mentioned, black booked this horse. The one in the middle, Tizia Later, long ago went good. prior to that, he went round in a couple of novice drivers races.
Mobile heads.
Actually, I get these Yale horses mixed up occasionally, so he is... I'm not entirely sure where he is. Actually, I think he's in the middle here, 1 out, 2 back. So he stayed in when the 3 wide line came. Now he could pull out to trail the... he could pull 3 wide here. Now it looks to be travelling fair. There's not much vigour being used there. Yeah, I said novice drivers races can sometimes be hard to read. Start before the same driver
At $8 first up for New South Wales.
So he's here, going back the inside. Actually, one of my mates always jokes at the White Helmet Brigade. Yeah, you don't never want to be at anyone with a white helmet. Yeah, so without throwing drivers under the bus, I much prefer the ones with the old tailor-made helmets. Actually, the percentage of slaughters you see from the white helmet crew, I usually get a text after one of them, but he's 3 back the inside here. And he virtually goes to the line untested, so he's going to have a similar type of run. As I said, he does tend to go better, as I pointed out, for Rowan Hillier. We'll just keep watching. This is only going to show 2 replays, so don't mind spending a bit of extra time. And you see he's 1 off the fence, nowhere to go. You know, like he's run what, sort of 6th or 7th there, and no doubt should have finished a lot closer. Yeah, so if we go back to his last win,
Time, but 380 John's Legacy outside the...
As I mentioned, I remember this race well. Yeah, he's 4 back in the green colours this time with Rowan Hillier's. No white helmet. So he's come 1 off here in the middle. Like, everything pans out perfectly. When you're on him at $34, you need favours like this. He pushes out into the 3 wide line. Actually, let's go. So he's pushed out. Good tough horse inside him. Oliver's Mead just keeps whacking away at the 1 speed. So even though he doesn't put him away, it's no real disgrace not to run away from him, because he tends to wait for other horses and then kick on. That's why he's got the record of a non-winner. You know, John's Legacy probably should have won the race, pretty stiff, but he sense obviously he'd be very short in this race, John's Legacy. So very happy to be on. We'll probably cop $6.50, $7. So I think something 1 by 2 on full tilt in race 2 will be the first bet that we can have on Wednesday night. And the next one that we've picked, as I mentioned, is also another Rowan Hillier drive. And it's in race 5. I'll make this one the best bet on the card. And it's the 3-year-old grey gelding Flashy Ruler. He was a bit of a rogue in his younger days. I think his obvious figure form didn't look too crash-hot. So, but in the his last couple of runs have been super. Been the best run in the race in both of them, and so he's got his hoof right on the till. Very similar field to what he met at Devonport, actually. Like, keep playing start odds on and won that day. it's pretty decent argument. Flashy Ruler should have beaten him. He got checked at the start and then made a 3-wide run. Self-Righteous Boy led in that Devonport race. I think Crackerjack's Judge ran 4th in it. Class Tells ran 5th in it. So we can measure apples with apples here, which I always like saying, and they're going to be obviously the major chances in the race. So we're going to have a look at the replays there for him. So I've got it here. So first of all, show that Devonport race.
Favourite.
As I mentioned, he's the grey. Drawn 2 on that. You see the horse in front of him gallops. So and he's kept playing. Drew inside the second row, got off. Like Flashy Ruler would have settled in front and keep playing. And you see he's still going a little bit rough there, but the fact that the horse galloped in his face and he still behaved, and it was wet this night as well. So keep playing. Got a few favours early here. And so you can see, we'll just, as we come up to the bell lap here, like here he is, 1 out, 3 back, just pulling 3 wide and keep playing. He's about to run to the front. And these two are going to dominate the market. Again, as I point out, it's virtually the same field. And you just got to like the way he sticks to his guns late here. Obviously don't need to put the cursor on him being the big grey fella, so not the big grey fella, little grey bloke, but looks at the top of the straight. If Keep Playing is going to race away, but he keeps coming on the line. It's impossible to make a case for any of the others. He just actually digs in again here the last sort of 50 metres. So, I don't think I think there's a pretty good argument he should have won that night. And then again on Friday night, I thought his run was full of merit again. They actually went slowly early and dashed home. Actually, they haven't got that race in the form guide yet from, here it is here, he ran 3rd. I think they ran home in like 58, which definitely quick enough to win this race. 29.5, 28.8, so 58.3 they ran home. And we'll just replay it.
Devonport is a $6.
So he draws outside the front. And once again, you don't need to point him out to you. Actually, there's the. So I'll just go back again. So at the bell, they've gone slowly, small field, and he pulls 3 deep, no cover, which puts a bit of merit. They said they've come home 58.3. He's come from last. So there's the 800 metre mark there. So he's probably, 15 metres off. He's probably ran home 57.3 himself. You get Tissue Spirit, who's been in good form. Invest, had driven perfectly. The only 2 to beat him home, and he beats the rest comfortably. And you got to like the way he does stick to his guns again. As mentioned, given the sectionals for this grade, he's entitled to peak on his run, but he does stick to it, stick on okay. Like Alaphilippe ran on very well its previous start and got close, but trailed him all the way and still finished like a length and a half behind him, so. Yeah, no, so happy to back him. The one issue with him is, actually if I just go back there, He's never ever shown gate speed, and you see he's broken on occasions. And I'm a bit loath to jump in at shortish odds, but we should get about 250. About him, because obviously you're going to keep playing. He's going to be taking a fair bit of market share itself, and keep playing does tend to seem to race better in Launceston than he does at Devonport, which is weird because he's trained on the coast. But yeah, so happy to be on Flashy Ruler. There's a bit of gate speed inside, like Self-Righteous Boy. He'll be going forward, Class Tells. So you'd think, unless Keep Playing finds the front, that based on their past couple, Flashy Ruler should be the one. Yeah, so we might make him the money for old rope bet of the night. So for some reason I picked up that saying today. So might make it a hashtag, money for old rope. So we'll see if it works or not first. But anyway, so just repeating the two bets on the card, both run Hillier drives. In race 2, number 8, on full tilt, with full knowledge that he's going to be up the fence, no guarantee of getting out, so go in with that knowledge, but it's going to be the right type of price. As I mentioned, $6.57 we should be getting, and we get about 6-4 Flashy Ruler in the 5th. I'm happy to jump on the grey boy. So anyway, guys, I'll leave it there. As I mentioned, there's only 6 races, a couple of races devoid of value, and a couple of tricky ones. So I think they're the couple that, if trying to pick the eyes out of it, that'll do me. So as I mentioned, popping it up early, so probably changed my mind 4 times before the race time. But anyway, first thoughts are usually right, so that's where I'm at, and we'll leave it there and catch you guys later. Cheers.